Join me as I take the long journey from Sydney to Adelaide, stopping at birding hotspots along the way. So I'm on a road trip between Sydney and Adelaide, and normally I would fly, but the reason I want to take the road is because I particularly want to visit the Gluepot Reserve. Now, Gluepot is owned by BirdLife Australia. It's in South Australia, so it's just outside of Adelaide, about 3 hours outside of Adelaide, and it really is a fantastic reserve, set up particularly for birds. It has bird hides, and I should be able to see a great variety of birds. Now, it's a very long trip. I'm going to take about 3 days to get there. And along the way, I've got a number of stops where I'm hoping to see a number of different birds. One of the key birds I'd really like to see, but I'm not sure whether I'll be able to, will be the brolgas, which are flying south now because it's just getting to winter. So let's join me and let's see what we can see. My first stop is 3 hours outside of Sydney at Tumut. I'm here at Tumut Wetlands Reserve. It's a really interesting reserve and it's alongside the Tumut River, so it gets a great variety of birds. Now, it's the end of April now, which is autumn for us, and so I'm expecting to see lots of little birds because, as you can see around me, there's lots of dead grasses everywhere. Already on the ground I can see that there's, I don't know, in front of me I can see 3 fairy wrens. But I'm hoping to see red-browed finches, and also I'm hoping that I can see double-barred finches as well. So the double-barred is not something that I would commonly see in Sydney. So let's go on a quick walk and we'll see what we can find. So I've just come to the riverbank and there's some grasses along the side, and I can see that there's some thornbills hunting around in there. Let me see if I can get some pictures. Now, I didn't bring my video gear here. Oh yeah, there's one there. Yeah, they're going up to the top of the grasses, which giving me a nice blurred background. Okay, so the next spot that we're going to is Leeton, which is about 3 hours up the road. I'm going to camp in the Olympus National Park, and what I'm really hoping to see is that we can go to a small lake that's present there in Leeton and see some brolgas. So fingers crossed, let's see what we can catch. Leeton's a lovely provincial town and the wetland is just outside. It was very dry when I was there, but they control the water levels of the ponds that are there specifically for the birds. On this visit, in fact, I saw so many birds that I made a separate video. Water. Oh, and there's 2 brolgas there. Wow. Oh, I think I heard one honking just there. I was delighted to see the brolgas. The locals told me that there was a pair that stayed there all year round, and then I went the next day and there were even more. But in addition to the brolgas, also many other birds. So here's Sisticola, and they were calling in the reeds all the time that I was there. There were large flocks of shelduck all across in the ponds. As well as the shelduck, there were lots of black swans. while I was there were lots of harriers going overhead, and also I saw this black-shouldered kite that was being harassed by a woolly wagtail. One of the locals I met, Paul, showed me this little spot where you can get down by the water, and there I got some really great views of the back-tailed native hens and also the spotted crates. I've only ever seen these birds from a huge distance, so it was great to get up close with them. So it was time to leave Leeton and get on the long drive to Hattah-Kulkyne. So we just arrived at the Hattah-Kulkyne National Park. It's been a really long drive. I've driven all the way from Leeton, which is about 5 hours drive, but I'm excited to get here. This is the heart of the mallee country, and amongst other things I'm hoping that we might be able to see wrens, but let's see what we can find. So I'm just cooking up my tea now. We had a really great time in Leeton, which is the Fivebough wetlands. I saw lots of birds, and this evening I'm going to check on my computer to see what the pictures look like. So let me just share with you one of the books that I've been using just to guide me in this trip, and it's called Finding Australian Birds. It really is a fantastic resource. I would never have found these places without it. It's written by Tim Dolby and Rohan Clark. It covers the whole of Australia and it has all of these places in it, and it also highlights what kind of birds you can see and particularly where you can see them. So really a fabulous book. These were the first birds I saw. The campsite had a couple of resident emus. I went to bed and got up the next day. I got up at dawn this morning, and it's only just a little after dawn. I'm at Hattah-Kulkyne. It's really incredibly quiet here and a beautiful country. And I've been out looking for the wrens. They have the mallee emu wrens that are around here in the spinifex, which you can see behind me. Now, I think I might have heard them, although I thought that earlier on, and it turned out to be a flock of thornbills. But I'm still hunting around. What I have seen is a big flock of regent parrots went over, about 20 birds, so that was exciting. With none of these, though, I haven't got any good pictures, so I won't have anything to show you, I don't think. But still, it's only just gone dawn, so there's a chance that I might see things. So let me explore around here. It would have been great to spend more time at Hattah-Kulkyne. I did see some birds like this apostlebird, and a whole family of them visited the campsite. And also on the way out there was a huge flock of red-rumped parrots, and I got some nice pictures of them. But it was time to move on and go to the Gluepot Reserve, which really I was very much looking forward to. One of the really nice things about here at Gluepot is that they have lots of walks, and they're very well signposted, or at least this one is, little blue triangles. So I'm on the Malleefowl Mound Walk, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to see malleefowls. There was a recording, so in the visitor centre they have a whiteboard. There was a recording of one a couple of days ago on this track, but I met up with the custodians who are really just looking after the place, and they told me that although there is a malleefowl mound down here, it's not being used. So fingers crossed, let's see if I can find one. I've never seen one before, but interestingly, yesterday when I was out walking I heard what I thought might be a malleefowl, but I couldn't see it. But I'll stop recording and then I can be quiet. It's absolutely dead quiet. Let me just stop so you can hear. Really, that is one of the incredible things about Gluepot. It is miles away from anywhere. It doesn't seem to be on any airport line, although there was an airplane last night, but I haven't heard one for a long time. I think you should be able to see the sunrise over there behind me. Absolutely dead quiet. Well, I'm at the end of the malleefowl track now. It was a couple of kilometres walk, really fantastic. It's incredibly quiet here. There are babblers going through, quite a few of them. Yep, quite a lot of them. So yeah, I was really excited. I didn't see the malleefowl, which I was really hoping to see. Maybe I'm going to go back along the same track, so maybe I'll spot it on the way back. But I did see a couple of interesting birds. So right at the beginning, I saw some Jackie Winters. At least I think they're Jackie Winters, and I think I got some quite nice pictures. It was just as the sun was coming up, and the light was really, really nice. But the other most exciting thing that I saw was two striated grassbirds. So I wasn't expecting to see them, but I heard them contact calling in the scrub just close to the path here. And I actually saw one running from one spinifex to another one while it was contact calling. Unfortunately, I got myself in a better position for photography because the sun is still quite low, and they just went to ground, and they stopped calling each other. They were still, I think, in that vicinity, but they just stopped calling. I waited for ages, but they didn't come out. So one of the really nice things about Gluepot is not only do they have the walkways, which are really well signed, but also they've got these hides like this one here. So this is at the site of the old Gluepot, and the hides are really quite special because obviously they're hides, so it's easy to take photographs, or relatively easy to take photographs, but also because what they have is that they've got these raised water troughs. And you can probably see it. I won't approach it because I don't want to upset any birds that might be coming in. But they have the water troughs raised off the ground, maybe a couple of meters off the ground. And really the good thing about that is that it gives birds access to the water, but it means that feral animals like goats, and last time I was here I saw quite a few goats, feral animals like goats can't get into the water, and so it keeps their numbers down. So let's just settle in here. It's quite a cold wind, but basically you can just sit in the hides and just see what comes along. Look, there's an interesting bird I haven't seen before. Striped honey eaters. Oh, they're pretty cool. There's a pair of them there. Let's see if I can get some pictures. I got up early the next morning and staked out a hide and had a wonderful experience with lots of parrots around me. These are mulga parrots. There are quite a few of them there. And in the background there were some mallee ringnecks that came down as well. At one point there were so many of them that they were making noises on the roof of the hive. You can hear it here. And here's some mallee ringnecks coming down to the water as well. And they're always very wary, but some bronze ones came down as well. Well, that was really a lot of fun. The hides here at Gluepot are really fantastic places to spend some time, and we saw many different birds. So across the whole trip, we've seen quite a lot of different birds new to me, and particularly this morning, seeing the striated grasswren is a very rare bird and very difficult to see. The other eye-opener for me was at Fivebough in Leeton, really a fantastic wetland site. And the bird I set out to see on this whole journey, the brolgas, they were there, and so it was really lovely to see them. So I hope you've enjoyed this road trip with me, and I hope that you'll join me for the next video.